The following is a presentation of TFNN.
Guayabitos. I love that accent.
Hey, now we got Carlos from Guayabitos, and we've got Andre from Portugal.
It's a beautiful thing, man.
Man, you stretch all around the world.
Nothing like it, man.
That's great.
Welcome, folks. Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. We appreciate all you ground tigers out there growling and prowling with us. We get the Dow right now up 70, Nasdaq up 17, S&P's up 8, gold's up 9.50, silver up $0.50, platinum's up $7, bonds are flat. That's a trip with bonds being flat at 140.24. They're hammering King Dollar. King Dollar's down 43 ticks with no volume. It's a beautiful thing. Hammer that down, pop the market up. The market's in school. It's learning to do the B to C.
Oh, I love that.
The
I love
ABCs.
it.
B to C of an ABC down, folks. It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, and this thing might stretch out a little bit past beyond what people could think.
Oh, I hope so.
Start to get them into the safe zone again.
I hope so, man. I hope so. You know, the amazing part is that, you know, when you take a look at the, let's see, so if we get the SPX, we get two separate numbers on the SPX, folks, okay? The first one is that, you know, the 1386, you know, 10 points away. I'd love to see it basically get close to that today. I'd love to see it get into the 1391.
Of course,
1391, that'd be a field day.
Yeah.
1386 is probably on the agenda. We have, you know, volume-wise, there's no juice. You get the quick pop. You get Google coming out this afternoon.
Yes.
Google just might be enough. And, you know, you'll get a real good feel, you know, about another 4 or 5 hours.
Yeah, so gapped up this morning.
Gapped up this morning. Has enough juice behind it.
Yeah.
You know, we get 700,000, 800,000 already. It's only got to push into about 3 million. I mean, it's got to do 3 million easy.
Yeah, okay.
You know, 5 million would be better. If it does 5 million, it'd be saying that, you know what, Google's going to come out with some monster numbers. And bottom line...
Why, you think somebody knows something?
Someone always knows something. Always, always, always. You know? We go over to the DAX for a second. Now, the DAX, you know, that's setting up, wants a little bounce. Last night, you see Asia. Last night, Asia popped good, folks. And Shanghai popped with volume last night.
Oh, it did? Okay.
It did.
Okay.
Yeah. Now,
43 points, but still...
now, watch how deviant this is. It doesn't mean it's going to... So, this is so cool. I love it when this happens. So, watch what you have. Now, we got 41 points, right? You know, but it's only a 2,300 index, okay? So that's not bad.
Right.
Now, you see what it did? Last night, what it did, folks, it popped with 9.7 billion, right?
Yes, yes.
But what's happening, it's going to go dead in its tracks because it's going into the... Got it, okay. Exactly, the downdraft. Now, that's what's so deviant about markets, too.
So now that downdraft is coming back into, is that March 14th?
That's March 14th.
March 14th, okay.
Right. So that's 2382. So it's only 35 more points.
Yeah. 2382? 20. Okay.
I'm taking a low of it.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm taking a low of it. You know, because and see that more than likely it's going to get trapped right there.
Yeah.
Because see what happens, and this is something you want to wrap your head around. When the energy gets expended before it gets into that, it's tired.
Yes.
So all of a sudden, it gets to the end of the line. It can't bust through the line.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, oh, I'm dead.
Yeah.
Then gets whacked in the back of the head.
Okay, so you're talking about mid-stroke, okay, during, let's say, the B to the C.
Yeah.
Okay, you'd rather see volume come into it in the mid-stroke.
Well, no, this is different. This is not an ABC down. That negated that right there.
Okay,
oh, yeah, for sure. That just means consolidation.
Got it.
Yeah. No, as soon as you see volume pop like that, that's a consolidation. That's just a deviant.
Yes.
You know, it's like, no, it's not going to go. It's going to stop there, come back down, then do something else. See, now, watch it. See the other side, how it stopped?
Yeah.
See right there?
Yes.
That stopped on that side. That stopped on that side. So now it's just going to basically consolidate.
Yeah.
You know, our own markets, what I expect you'll see... Yesterday we had dramatically lighter volume.
That's an understatement.
And today we're going to have
Weird Wally Wednesday.
Yeah, exactly. I gotta get Wallenchuck on, no doubt.
Yeah.
And today I suspect you had the same thing. You know, you're at 33 million right now. We'll see. You know what it can do. But you know, the first. Yeah, see, this is really sweet. So what we've done thus far is this. We just took out a B point with lighter volume.
Right.
So that's beautiful. So now you want to get to the highs with lighter volume, which is up another buck. Oh, man, I'm telling you, man. It's just a beautiful thing. It's pretty sick. And, the amazing part is that there's no doubt, they whacked the dollar. So as soon as you whack the dollar, bang. Gold went, market went. And these are all counter trend bounces.
Yeah.
That's my take on it anyway.
Yeah. Well, at this stage, until there's some volume. Yeah.
Well,
and we know the volume right now is certainly to the downside.
Yeah. No doubt.
In a big way.
No doubt. Now, gold just took out a B point of an ABC up. So that's 1663, 1632. So we get $30. So that's going to put it into 84.
1684.
1684. And right now we're at 72. So that's going to be decent. But all that does is get it up to ice once again.
Yeah.
That's all it does. And so at that, with 72,000, I think it's 252,000 or something. Yeah, you're dealing 156,000. Well, that's not bad. 156, 202. Yeah, 70,000 is not bad. Most of the volume, gold has about another 45 minutes to get volume. It closes at 1:30 Eastern Time, but the reality is that active, real active, most of the juice is into it now. It's got another hour, though. It's got another hour for some good juice.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It wasn't much of a retracement there.
No.
When it pulled back.
Nope.
So it came back in. It really came back right into that last sign of strength out there.
Yeah, it did.
From yesterday.
Yep. And if we go over, let's go take a look at the GLD, and you can see the GLD. You're coming into the GLD is sick, man. The GLD doesn't have anything, but that wants to bounce too. That wants to bounce into that could get 164. But there's no juice behind it. Everything is to the downside, but it'll go up to ice too. Yeah. Let's go to Kent in Colorado. Hey, Kent, what's going on?
Good morning, guys. How you doing?
Doing great, man. You having a good day out there?
Today we are. It was a little dicey last night. We had a tornado sighting a few blocks from the house, but clear weather today.
Is that the first tornado you ever seen out there?
No, we get one or two of them each year around springtime, but this is a little too close for comfort.
You're not kidding, man. Yeah. I mean, there's not much that you can. Well, I guess you got to get down into a basement ASAP with a tornado, right?
You got it. If you have one, yeah.
If you have one, I was going to say, we don't even have one in Florida.
No, there's no basement.
There's no such thing, right?
Bathtub.
Oh man, bathtub. Give me a break.
Remember as kids they taught us to hide underneath our desks.
Oh, what a trip!
Right?
Yeah.
Duck and cover. Yeah.
That was pretty whacked out.
And that was for a nuclear bomb.
Yeah, exactly.
Hide under your desk.
Exactly, like our desks were going to.
Yeah, totally.
Save us.
Say the Hail Marys.
You think
as
back.
you kiss your butt goodbye.
You're trying to figure out who the heck. We should figure out who the heck came up with that idea.
Oh man,
that's pretty wild.
You can just. It is amazing. It really is. What are we going to look at?
Hey, I wanted to get your take on the Brazil ETF EWZ. It looks like it just broke the uptrend line, but it's hanging there. Volume seems to be falling off, and I wanted to get your take on what you think it might do.
It wants to go to 66.11, and I'd sell the heck out of it. I wouldn't be buying this. This is a shot position. The first leg down, big time, 70 down to that. It's going to do a B to C of an ABC down.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm reading your book and trying to wrap my brain around your methodology. I just need a little more coaching, I think.
That's all right. So no. So watch what this is. So see how first off, we made the high at 70.74. Okay.
Right.
You come off that high. You gap down off that high. Now at the high you had 12. Let's see. Is that 11 million shares? I gotta move this thing. This thing should be up there.
Well, you take a look at the March 12th area?
Yeah, so 11.2 million shares at the high. Okay?
Right.
And then you come off the high with 25 million. That's telling you right there that, okay, we're breaking downtown, right? Well, of course, okay. So now watch. Then you with the amount of time in the trade, it will tell you both ways, okay? So it has to have harmony. So we went down with volume at 25 million. Now, see the bounce up to 68 with 13 million? It's like, oh, okay, hold on. That's going to be on March 8th. Okay?
Okay, got it.
Now watch this again. Then you come back down again, volume expands again to 15 million. Okay?
Right.
You come back down again. I'm bringing you over now to the 28th. Volume expands again to 19 million. It expands again yesterday, 2 days ago, to 20 million. Now what you'll see So that's the whole A leg of an ABC down.
Okay.
Now, as it does the counter trend bounce on the way back up, which makes sense. I mean, you know, that came down hard. What you'll see is that as it moves back up, what you do is that you just keep your eye on the bottom where all the volume is and say, okay, hold it. You know, it can get into the lows of 63.75, easy. It can actually come all the way up to the, you know, ICE, which is laying out there at about 65.78. And what you can expect is that as it gets up there, the volume will continue to die.
Mm-hmm.
As that happens, what you're actually going to do here is that you could go to the confluence chapter and take A1 as 70.74, A2 as 68.24. Your focus point is down the bottom, and confluence is going to end up being somewhere around 66.17.
Okay.
And so your sell would be there. Your stop's on the other side. You're looking for the A point on this is 70, the B is 61, so you get $9. That's a big number. So then you take the $9 off 67. You're saying that you're going for 58 and 67. Yeah, 58, and you know the swing low out there is 55. That's how that sets up.
Got it. All right, thank you.
Okay, man.
Hey, you bet. Thanks for calling in, Kent. Yeah.
Have a great one, man. Have a safe one.
Do now.
And what happens, folks, is that when you're attacking the out of time in the trade, what you should be doing is this: first, just read the whole book, then attack chapter by chapter, and don't try to get to the next one because it's built chapter by chapter. That's how it's built, folks. So once you get your head wrapped around it a little, it'll make it easier. I know when I go through that so quickly, it's a little bit harder, but it's really not if you just take it one chapter at a time.
Yeah, and I say you focus first on just becoming an expert of A, B, C, D patterns that are out there.
Yeah.
I think that's one of the best places to focus on.
Yeah, no, it absolutely is. This is Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. We have the Dow up 76, NASDAQ up 19, S&P's up 8, and the market's in school, folks. It's in grammar school, learning the ABCs. You stay right there, folks. We'll come right back.
X-Story Gold Mines, an NYSE Amex-listed company trading under the symbol XG, is slated to be the newest gold-silver producer in Argentina. X-Story is forecast to produce more than $250 million in bullion annually, beginning in 2013, at a cash cost of less than $200 for each ounce of gold produced. That forecast will make X-Story one of the highest margin operators in South America and a sector leader in the mining industry. X-Story has $50 million in its treasury, having spent over $60 million to date on drilling and engineering. The ultimate size of its Argentina discovery could be determined by year-end, as results from the 6 drills operating at the site are fully assessed. To find out more about X-Story Gold Mines and their exciting growth potential, click on their banner on the front page of TFNN.com or check them out on the NYSE Amex under the symbol XG.
TFNN is proud to bring you the cutting edge of investment newsletters. Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks. Ken is a top-down investor who lets price and volume in the major stock indices tell him when to be in the market and when to be out. By using his unique blend of fundamental and technical analysis, Ken will protect your hard-earned capital while realizing breakout gains. Go to TFNN.com today, click Investment Newsletters, and get Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks free for 2 weeks.
You've always taken the long view when it comes to investing, but what if there's an opportunity right under your nose? What if you could be more responsive to market trends to seek to boost your portfolio performance right now while seeking to reduce your overall risk? At Direction Funds, we connect investors with alternative strategies that seek to maximize their returns. Smart investors deserve smart alternatives. Find yours at DirectionFunds.com. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risk charges, and expenses of Direction Funds carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction Funds. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact the Direction Funds at 800-851-0511. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. Investing in index funds may be more volatile than investing in broadly diversified funds. Distributed by Rafferty Capital Markets, LLC.
folks, turns out my best student became my best teacher. Steve Rhodes absolutely raised my standards, and I'll guarantee he'll raise yours.
Thanks, Tom. What I've learned is that if you want more, you must become more. And that transformation, folks, that occurs the moment you decide to become a master. Now, the quickest way to mastery is through immersion. And for 2 solid days in Denver, Boston, and Tampa, I'll create a new standard of wealth for those few trader investors who have a burning desire to succeed. At my Master Trader course, I'll teach you how to create the ultimate money machine. These are the best kept secrets in the business. Roadblocks, folks. Dabblers give up when they first appear. Stressors last just a little bit longer, but masters expect roadblocks and achieve extraordinary results when they bust right through them. I have all the benefit of knowing the type of wealth creation that I can generate for you. You don't. That's why I'm making this unconditional money-back guarantee. If for any reason you're not satisfied with my Master Trader course, I'll refund every penny. That's right. I take all the risk, and you get all the benefit. Go to the homepage at tfnn.com and sign up today.
Here's what people are saying about Tiger TV.
Let's go to John in Tampa. Hey, John, what's going on?
Hi, Tom. How are you, sir?
I'm doing great. You having a good day out there?
A wonderful day. I love your Tiger TV. I watch it every day. I'm like a kid in a candy store.
Oh, man, I appreciate you out there watching it. How long have you been watching the Tiger TV?
I'm watching almost a month now, and it's wonderful.
It's pretty cool, isn't it?
Oh, yes, it's cool. You see the charts and everything. Thanks so much for the hard work.
Tiger TV, a great news service from TFNN.com. This segment is brought to you by Goldfields. For more information, just click the Goldfields banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. I am Steve Rhodes, and the other half of the Money Masters. Tom had to step out for an interview, but he will join us. He'll rejoin us as soon as he possibly can. Right now, you've got the Dow up 71 points. S&P's up 7.5, trading out at 1376. The composite up 19. Small caps, let's see, who's leading the charge here? You got the composite leading the charge up 0.65%. You do have, let's see, you got Apple up $1.67 right now. Let's see, so leading the charge on the way up. Let's go take a look at some of the individual stocks today. You've got Intuitive Surgical, ISRG. They are up $9. That's 1.6%. You do have Google. I was going to call them Gapple. You've got Google up $6.79. SciTech Industries, CYT, they're up 10%. That's up $6. Priceline, not too far behind them, up $5.93. On the way down, let's see here, you've got MKTX, Market Access Holdings. Let's see here, they released some earnings, up 20%. No reason why they are down 8%. They're trading down $3. You have Avid Technology, AIVD. They're off $1.55. City Telecom, CTEL. They're off $1.52. Illumina, ILMN. They're off $1.50. Fastenal again down $1.36. So let's go take a look at Intuitive Surgical. Let's go see what is popping and what it is up against. And, I do see we've got a number of callers. Let me just go take a look at Intuitive Surgical here right away. ISRG, Intuitive Surgical, see what this thing is doing this morning. As it is up at 549, it's taking on its swing point high, it looks like here, from March the 27th, which had 313,000 shares. Yeah, 313,000 shares, and you've already done 101,000 shares this morning. Look for Intuitive Surgical to close above 550.47. You're at 549.24. Let's go to we're going around the world today. We're going over to British Columbia to talk to Rick. Rick, thanks for calling. Thanks for holding.
Hey, how you doing, Steve?
I'm doing
a good job, by the way. You're doing a good job, Steve.
Thanks. I really appreciate that. Especially coming from you.
Hey,
you're a great technician.
Well, I'll tell you, I was short fast. I covered this morning. Might get a little bounce tomorrow, and I'll hit it again.
Oh, okay, cool. Now, now you were at Fastenal, FAST, right?
Yeah, actually, I'm gonna. I just want to look at the big picture here, if I could, Steve. And
go right ahead.
I just look at GE, and GE's got $17 written all over it on a weekly and a monthly.
Yeah. And at $17, you're taking that back to let me go ahead and I'll put it on the weekly chart here. So tell us where you're coming back to $17.
Is that where that's kind of where I think the market's eventually going to go? But.
Yeah, and so that's $17. Where are you? What are you looking at? Are you looking at a specific volume?
The one thing I look at is how we broke that area on fumes. You put it on a weekly and a monthly area.
Yes.
See how we kind of went up, and 90% of the time you're going to come back to those areas again.
Sure. Yeah, no, I mean, when I take a look at GE, I mean, you know, on the weekly basis, obviously this thing has been consolidating for one heck of a long time. And, you know, on a weekly basis, let's see here, you know, so you got up and you're taking a look at the March 23rd area. You made a high out there with 226 million. Of course, when you take a look at the last low that it had at 232 million, that's just simply coming back on the November 25th area, and which we know is a pretty important. Now that was a shortened week, so that's probably not the best thing to look at if you go.
That's good. Yeah, that's good to remember that actually. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'd almost look at the December 2nd, you know, area where it was 383 million shares, or really October 7th, you know, when it was making its lows at 414. So, you know, no question that, you know, you've got volume that is to the downside. Seems like that Bradley date is starting to work, would you say?
Yeah. Yeah, it was. I think. Yeah, I agree.
You know, there was now. What's really cool is, you know, I keep a little booklet of all the dates for the year. So I've got all the P-index dates, Bradley dates, full moon dates, you know, just everything, so I can take a look and see what's going on in the stars. And I didn't pay attention to this until this morning when I pulled out my little index. April 11th, you know, yesterday, happened to be an intermediate term Bradley turn date. So the market moves down into it, you know, through the 10th. There are a number of other, you know, technical factors that you could take a look at on a chart, and then lo and behold, you have an intermediate term date, April 11th. The next turn date I show is April 23rd. Think the market can push up to April 23rd?
I don't know. It might flutter around until that day. But.
Yeah. Well, that's great.
All right, man.
Hey, thanks for calling, Rick. Have a great day. And, folks, we'd love to hear from you as well. 877-927-6648. Dow's up 81 points right now. And we'll be right back.
You've heard Tom O'Brien on the air, and you've always thought about trying out his newsletter, Market Insights. Well, now is the perfect time. For a limited time only, when you sign up for a 2-week free trial to Market Insights, we'll send you a free copy of Tom O'Brien's best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System. If you decide to cancel within the 2-week trial period, pay absolutely nothing and keep Tom's book as a free gift from us. Tom sends out his daily newsletter each morning by 9:30 a.m. with trade recommendations, including price targets and price stops. As recently as March 21st, Market Insights subscribers closed out a position for more than a 25% profit in just over 2 weeks. To get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights, along with your free copy of The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, visit the front page of TFNN.com. Supplies are limited for this one-of-a-kind special, so act today and don't let this opportunity pass you by. Offer only valid for new subscribers. In just December of last year, the price of gold was down over 10%. In today's highly volatile gold market, you need someone in your corner that understands the complex relationships that exist within the price of gold, as well as within a variety of gold equities. Whether it's the South African gold miners and knowing how the Rand-dollar relationship will affect their bottom line, or understanding how John Paulson's $5 billion trade in the GLD can move the market, Tom O'Brien gives you the direction you need to become a better trader each week in his newsletter, The Gold Report. With over 20 individual equities covered and almost another 20 on the potential watch list each week, in addition to covering the XAU, HUI, GLD, and dollar, The Gold Report is a great source for any trader that is looking to be diversified in today's volatile gold market. For your 30-day free trial to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report, log on to TFNN.com today. Don't miss out on this great offer. Act now.
What type of investor are you? Conservative, moderate, or aggressive? No matter your investor personality, your overall portfolio should reflect your financial goals, time horizon, and your risk tolerance. Help ensure your portfolio is appropriately invested with an asset allocation plan from Morgan Stanley Smith Barney. Simply picking the right stocks is not enough. Research has shown that choosing the right proportion of stocks, bonds, and cash is essential to the success of your long-term investments. Morgan Stanley Smith Barney believes that a carefully selected portfolio can lower volatility and increase investment return potential. Find out about what asset allocation and a Morgan Stanley Smith Barney financial advisor can do for you. Call Angela O'Brien, First Vice President and Certified Financial Planner of the Clearwater, Florida branch at 727-441-6108 today to discuss your personal financial needs. Asset allocation does not assure a profit or protect against loss in declining financial markets. Investments and services are offered through Morgan Stanley Smith Barney, LLC. Member SIPC.
In the world of financial markets, there's a new player in town with an exciting new way to trade the markets. Nadex now offers binary options as well as bull spreads in a wide range of indices along with commodity and forex markets. With as little as $100, you can gain access to a new way to trade global financial markets while guaranteeing that your risk will always be capped. Nadex allows you to multiply your trading opportunities in ways never imagined before and access markets you once thought were out of reach. With short-term trading opportunities available, including binary options expiring each hour the market is open, Nadex allows you to take advantage of a variety of market conditions regardless of volatility or market direction. Now is the time to take advantage of this exciting new market. Don't let this trading opportunity pass you by. Open your account today by clicking on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Nadex, a better way to trade.
This segment is brought to you by Crocodile Gold. For more information, just click the Crocodile Gold banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Steve Rhodes here. Tom is still doing the interview, and you will try to join us going into our last and final segment, but you can be the co-host. All you have to do is give me a call, 877-927-6648. You got the Dow up almost 100 points right now. S&P's up 11, Composite up 27 points. And you're going to take a look at a couple of charts on the screen. A request to take a look at Avid Technologies, AVID. And we're taking a look at this morning here. They are down $1.58, down 15%. What I do have up on the screen here is the weekly chart. And, you know, just like our last caller, Rick in British Columbia, who I know he always focuses on the monthly and the weekly charts, you want to do that too. Because, folks, it will absolutely give you the big picture of what's going on. I have the weekly chart. I'm going to put the monthly chart up in just a moment. But I've got the weekly chart up here on the screen. You know, it's trading off this morning about, what did I say? It looks like about 15% or so. And looks like this stock here is trading down to 871. This wants to come all the way down and test this high volume low out here on the weekly basis, which is the November 4th week. 2011 has 3.8 million shares traded down there. You know, this did make a high out here on February 10th. But the reality is this stock chart looks horrible. Not bad. It looks horrible. Why do I say it looks horrible? Well, here's the weekly chart. You can kind of see that. Better perspective is just take a look at the monthly chart out here. Here's a stock where people were at the party and they were paying $68 just for the pleasure of owning this stock. Of course, today trading out at $870. The only folks that are actually in the money on this stock are anybody who bought during October 2011, November 2011, and December of 2011. It's just that group of shareholders that are either close to break even or in the money. To me, folks, you know, those that just has you get into a stock like this for the most part, and you're looking for nothing but turbulence overhead. And so that is on Avid Technologies. Always go back, take a look at the monthly stock chart, because it will absolutely go ahead and give you so much information. Then go to the weekly, the daily, and drill down just to understand what you're looking at. That's on Avid Technology. Let's go take a look at Fastenal. Rick mentioned that he was short Fastenal, so nice call there. This is the weekly chart that we've got for Fastenal, F-A-S-T. They are down 3% this morning. News out there on Fastenal is, let's see here, Q1 EPS revenues just shy of their estimates. Not a good idea to miss your revenue. Their Q1 profit rose 26%. but looks like they're also going to, maybe they didn't, they don't have a real good view of the future. Now, here's an interesting thing. You know, when I began the 9 o'clock show, you may, hopefully you listen in on the Trader's Edge show that I do for us each and every morning, kickoff at 9 o'clock. And one of the things I talk for there is when you're also taking a look at the longer-term charts, whether it's a weekly, a monthly, you also want to eye the high volume bars that are out there. In this case here, when we take a look at Fastenal, the high volume bar that you've got goes all the way back to September of 2008. The high out there was $27.10, did 61 million shares. You know, folks, when this made a high out here, it made a high with 7.3 million shares. 7.3 million shares. Now, what if this stock here trading out at $47.79? You know, nothing really bad. This is a good-looking chart. Look at the difference of this chart versus Avid that we were on. Most of the shareholders here are actually in the money. Anybody who purchased this stock from February of 2012 back to the beginning of time, you know, are in the money. So I like that kind of stock. Now, this stock here, you know, we talk about Suite 618. That's when you come to visit Clearwater. Today's not a great day to visit anywhere in Florida. The fires are brewing out somewhere in the Georgia border, and the wind has pushed that smoke all the way down here. Hopefully it clears out in a couple hours or so. But you would visit us at Suite 618. That's what stocks do as well. Stocks will come back to a .618 retracement area. In this case here, Suite 618 would be 2902 on this stock chart. 2902, folks, that takes you all the way back to that high volume area, which happened to be 2710. You know, I'll give it that $2 difference. And if the stock pulled back there and we were able to do it on lighter volume, there would be nothing wrong with the stock. Now, I would not want to take that kind of pain, you know, when it's trading at $47.94 all the way down to $29, and neither should you as well. A dead cat bounce on this would take it into the $39.40 range. That is the .382 retracement. That is on Fastenal, FAST. Let's go take a look at the ETFs out there. Get the Dow popped up 114 points, so that's trading out at its session highs. So is the small caps. Take a look at the small cap volume out here right now. You've done 15 million shares. You've been open for an hour and 9 minutes. So you've done 15 million shares. So on the small caps, just a straight math exercise takes us into the 90 million share range. When we made its low, well, it's interesting. We made the low 2 sessions ago. You did 101 million shares. Now, that math that I did, that straight line math, we know that most of the volume comes in early in the session. So let's switch over to the 10-minute chart out there. During the show, during the Trader's Edge show, I was showing an AB equals CD pattern, showing the 5-minute chart. And on the 5-minute chart, we were taking a look at how the IWM did get over the B point with volume. And I said 80.40 was its next stop. You know where it's trading right now, folks? 80.40. You got to love it. 80.40, and you've gotten some volume behind it as it's moved up into the D point. You had 990, so you're doing about 1 million shares or so each of the last 5 minutes. We'll see what it does here during the next 5 minutes. Now, what I also said was the first stop would be 80.40. There it may take a breather as it was doing this 100% move of a move, but that its next stop was really going to be $80.79. That is the 1 to 1.272 A to B equals CD. Why did I say that? Because of the retracement here. It only did a .382 retracement. Folks, we want to understand the ABCs. You absolutely want to understand retracement levels. You want to understand the sacred geometry because they will absolutely help you to paint your palette on the market here. It will be so helpful to you in your trading. Whether you're long or short, you want to be able to understand these patterns. I am not suggesting that you trade a 5-minute chart, but certainly during a show like this, we can go back and we can take a look at, and I can teach, and you can see that that there are these what I'll call non-random patterns that occur day in, day out inside the marketplace. Let's go take a look back to the, I did say we were going to take a look at the Dow, and I like to do what I say I'm going to do. So let's go look at the diamonds out there. DIA is the ticker symbol there for the ETF, and the diamonds are going to try and test the bottom of the trend line the trend line channel, I should say, the channel the uptrend channel that it fell out of as it busted through it on the 10th. 2 trading sessions ago, busted through there with 12.9 million shares. So in the first hour-ish of trading, you've done 1.6 million shares. Well, just a simple straight line math equation there, you'd be at about about 7.5 million shares or so, 7.5 versus coming down with 12.9. If you take a look also at the let's take a look at the March 6th area. March 6th, as it came down, 14 million shares. So 14 million shares as it came down there. On the 10th, you come down with 13 million shares. And today, if it keeps up just the same level, the same pace, volume-wise, you're going to do maybe about 7 million shares. Nope, not enough. We'll see if it gets back into the channel here. If it does get back into the channel, it will set up, moving up towards the swing point of April the 2nd. You'll also take a look at March 23rd as a area, that March 23rd area, the low there of 129.79. The low on the swing point going up into April 2nd would take you to 131.23. I asked Rick the question, we talked about the Bradley turn date, which the major Bradley turn date, I believe, was March the 15th. The market didn't move down off of its highs, really, and take a look at the diamonds until April the 2nd. It did make a turn, though, as it moved down on the 10th. It did make a turn yesterday. There were some other, go take a look at the show that I did yesterday at 9 o'clock, which is archived on Channel 9. A great tool that I taught you how to use when you seem to be at extremes, especially when you have some big down thrust. Showed that it was a very good likelihood that the market was going to bounce. You also had an intermediate term Bradley date. Look, folks, these markets breathe. That means they go up and down. That means that if you've missed out on a move, that's all you've done is you've missed out on a move, but you're going to get another chance at it. Well, that's what the markets are doing right now. So no reason to celebrate. Don't get too caught up into the points necessarily, with the Dow being up 116 points right now. You want to make sure that it's got conviction behind the move. You want to understand these channels that are out there. You want to understand ABCs and retracement levels, because these are all absolute guides that will help you to understand where it is that you can be taking a look at getting in on your next move. And that is with the diamond. So the reason I say that is because the next turn date, let's say that the market moves up, and if you were a person that played the Bradley model, you're taking a look at the next intermediate turn date being February 22nd, 2/22 of 12. So that is going to be another 5 or 6 trading sessions, I believe. So today being Thursday, so I think it's another 6 trading sessions, including today. Market could certainly move up for 6 trading sessions. What else do you have on the 22nd? Well, let me tell you what you do have. It's not on the 22nd, it's on April 23rd. April 23rd is a 3 planetary index date. So you got a Bradley turn date, you got a 3 planetary index date, and my guess is you've got probably some kind of new moon sometime right around there. Oh, and you do. So February 21st, February 22nd, February 23rd should be a period of fireworks out there, and looks like, this is April, not Feb. Did I say Feb? April. Oh, I did say February 22nd. My apologies, folks. It was April 11th was the turn date, and April 23rd is the next Bradley turn date. Thank you so much for catching me. I knew I meant something and said something else, so thank you, G7. We've got, folks, the den is a great place, and I always talk about this. It is so important when you are trying to take yourself and find another gear, take yourself to another level. You need to do it by changing your peer group. And there is no better peer group than the TFNN Tigers Den. And, folks, you should go to the homepage of TFNN.com. You can test that out absolutely free for 30 days. It's a great group of resources, people that will, be there to help take care of you. All kinds of charts are continuously being posted. It's a great way to educate yourself. So April 23rd is the next intermediate term date on the Bradley model. April 23rd is also a 3 planetary index date, and April 21st is our next new moon, sell that new moon cycle. Let's go continue taking a tour around the world. Let's go take a look at Priceline. Priceline, why? Because Priceline is up right now. It's the leader in the clubhouse, up $12, up 1.6%. Ticker symbol on that, folks, is PCLN. PCLN. Let's see if it is attacking that bearish engulfing out there, trading out at 742. And no, it's not. So up $12 at 742.21, and that is going into the let's see, the low of the high on the daily chart is 739. Okay, so you're trading in there. 739.06 had 2.2 million shares. 2.2 million shares on a $742 stock, folks. That's some pretty good bread. You are in there with 507,000 shares. So if my math does me well, says you got some volume coming in there. So let's go dig down into the intraday chart. Let's put it on Tom's favorite 10-minute chart bar there and see what we've got. You can see now. So this makes sense because you did make a high at 940 as it got up to that 774.96, and you had 146,000 shares up there. So you had some decent volume as you came up there, and there's a possibility that now what it's going to have to do, what Priceline has to do, is it first has to clear the 940 bar where it is a high of 751 even, 174,000 shares. It's going to try to attack that area this morning. In the last 10 minutes, what you had was only 60,000 shares. That 10-minute session is going to end in 2 minutes. So you got 60,000 coming into some turbulence, which is 174,000 shares. So as your pilot, I would be putting on the turbulence sign here as Priceline makes its way up into that area. If we take a look at what's the retracement off the high, again, we're looking at a 10-minute chart going from that high of 774 down to the low that was put in on the at 2:40 in the afternoon on the 11th. Low made there was 719.25. So you can see here it has gotten over the 0.382 area, setting its sights on sweet 618, which would take it up to 753.68, but not until it contends with the number of shares out there at 940. That was on Priceline. Let's go see what King Dollar is doing out here. The King is, let's see, how many ticks is the King down this morning? King Dollar down 43 ticks right now. And, it certainly gave us a clue yesterday as it made a bearish engulfing candle. And today you're getting confirmation of that as it's trading down. King Dollar wants to get down to 79.40 as its next stop. You're trading out at 79.56 right now. Folks, stay tuned. Tom will be back, and he'll help me close out the hour. Stay tuned, because following that, we've got Basil Chapman, Kate Stalter today, and then Ken Shreve from 3 to 4's warm-up band. We'll be right back, folks.
Are you looking for a precision edge in the market? Something that can stack the odds in your favor? Then look into Larry Pesavento's new trading newsletter, Patterns, Profits, and Peace of Mind. In each weekly issue, Larry explains what's going to happen in the markets based on the pattern he sees developing and gives you actionable trade ideas based on those patterns. Plus, you'll get his detailed analysis on a variety of markets and sectors, including stocks, treasury bonds, the gold market, oil, the dollar, the forex market, and more. And you'll get the Technical Corner segment, which is a short but powerful weekly training session on trading. You'll get access to all the patterns Larry is seeing in the markets, plus the Astro Harmonics and powerful Bradley stock market model that Larry utilizes for less than $5 a day. An extremely potent combination that will give you just the edge you've been looking for. Try Patterns, Profits, and Peace of Mind absolutely free for 2 weeks. Go to tfnn.com and click on the free trial link at the top of the page. That's an $85 value, yours free when you register right now. Get Larry's Patterns, Profits, and Peace of Mind and get the edge you've been looking for.
At Tiger Metal Exchange, we pay you more for converting your jewelry to cash.
Let's go to Brian in New Jersey. Hey, Brian, what's going on?
Hey, Tom, just want to let you know I did give you some jewelry. My jeweler offered me about $650, but you get a check in the mail tomorrow for about $1,200.
At Tiger Metal Exchange, it's all about honesty when converting your jewelry to cash.
Okay, let's go to Paul in Florida first. Hey, Paul, what's going on?
I want to commend you on the Tiger Metal Exchange. I just did a deal with you guys the other day.
Oh, good.
And very happy.
Well, I appreciate it. Now, did you sell us jewelry or did you buy coins off us?
I sold you jewelry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
What we weighted that was less than you guys said, so, you're totally honest.
At Tiger Metal Exchange, we give you the tools to value your gold, and it's absolutely free. Call 866-618-8888 or log on to TigerMetalExchange.com. We've created the easiest, safest, and most honest cash for gold process. Tiger Metal Exchange. It's the only call you need to make.
David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today. Great Basin Gold is a mining company engaged in the exploration and development of 2 emerging gold properties in Nevada and South Africa with a total resource base of more than 23 million gold ounces. Great Basin's Burnstone mine in South Africa opened in February of this year with a resource of 20 million gold ounces, becoming the first mine to open in the historic Witwatersrand Basin in the last 30 years. The Burnstone mine is projected to have a 25-year mine life and is fully financed with production anticipated to be over 250,000 ounces per year at a cash cost of only $450 per ounce. The Hollister mine in Nevada became fully integrated in the 4th quarter of 2010 with annual production estimates of 110,000 ounces of gold per year over the 8-year mine life at a cash cost of only $527 per ounce. Great Basin Gold is cash flow positive and trades on the Toronto and New York stock exchanges under the symbol GBG.
Catch Kate Stalter on the Small Cap Roundup, Tuesdays and Thursdays, 11 a.m. Eastern. Up next on TFNN.
Welcome back, folks. Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. Appreciate you growling and prowling out here with us. We had the Dow's up 116 right now, Nasdaq up 33, S&Ps are up 12. You got gold up 14, and bottom line is that B2C, where it's operating and it's coming in spades, and the volume is dying on the vine as we get higher. So the cash S&P right now is at that 1381. The first stop is not that far away, 1386.87. So it's going to be wild. I just had said to Steve, I says, I got to get my hands in my pockets. Oh, boy, it's hard to keep my hands in my pockets right now, folks. The reason it's hard, let me walk you through this. The reason it's hard is this. See, you're at the first, you're basically at ice. That's where you are. And
on the 10-minute chart.
Yeah, on the 10-minute chart.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, man, you took the B point out on the way up with lighter volume. At 10:30 you had, stroke up. But it's like, okay, I got to keep my hands in my pocket because you're coming into Friday, you've had 7 days down. There's no reason you can't have 3 days up in a heartbeat. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So. And you got Google.
That's true. That's right.
Google, is going to be like, okay, what are you doing? And then I love how the dollar index is setting up. I just absolutely love it. I mean, the dollar index right now is just, you're down 41 ticks. You get 16,000. And it's like, okay, that means that wants to go lower tomorrow, too.
Yeah.
That 79.29 is wide open. And you're pulling back a lighter volume, so it's like, okay, let it play out.
Yeah, and it'd be, and so that means you also got to take a look at the Queen. Got to take a look at the euro, and the euro right now it's made its 0.382 retracement off of its last move. So you close above that certainly can drift up to a sweet 618.
Yeah,
as well.
What a dog that is. It is. You should see this Euro chart, folks, is such a dog. It's unbelievable. Here, let me show you something on the Euro chart. This is, it cracks me up. The Euro is dead meat. I mean, dead meat. Now watch this. This is. I love how this is set up. So what you have inside the Euro is, look at that.
Yeah,
that is so pretty.
Just continues to break it.
Oh, it's pretty. It's just
so you didn't catch the call, but we had a caller from Portugal,
yes.
Andre from Portugal.
Okay,
found us by searching through the internet.
Okay,
was looking through some investment entities or what have you. Came across.
Well, welcome to the Tiger family, Andre.
Yeah, listens to our show. So he's going to be our eyes and ears in Portugal.
I like that, man.
And which is really cool because that way you really get a feel.
No, you do.
For what's going on out there. So sounds like a lot of discontent. Unemployment there, 15%. He said he doesn't believe it. He think it's 15% or higher. And moving higher.
Yeah.
Folks just simply are not enthralled with being a part of the euro.
Right.
Thinking about, busting through that.
That was a huge mistake.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And so it was a cool call and great to get a perspective like that.
Oh, it is, man. It's huge.
Especially somebody living over there because, the news that we get over here is somewhat filtered.
Somewhat.
Yeah.
They have so many filters on it, it's insane. Right. There's no doubt about it, man. And it's big time.
Which would, you start messing with currencies, that'll throw some. That'll absolutely throw some monkey wrenches into the markets.
Yes.
Create a lot of uncertainty.
Yes. Well, Portugal will have a harder time getting out of the euro than Greece will.
Yeah.
That's a reality. But my take is that Greece should go quick. And they probably will. They're going to try to keep them in, but I suspect that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
You stay right there, folks. We're going to beautiful Santa Fe, New Mexico. We get Kate Stalter coming up next this afternoon. We get Ken Shreve 3 to 4 and back here 4 to 6.
Perfect. Have a great day, folks, and not too late to sign up for the Master Trader. Go to the homepage at tfnn.com.
Have a great one.